Very good morning. Sawadee krap. District leaders, distinguished Toastmaster, and honorable guests, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our contest training today. And today we will learn and grow together on how to get ready for our upcoming contests. So first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Chip Lai. I'm from Cambridge Corner Master Club, Cambodia. And currently I'm the area director for Area C2. So may I ask, are you all wide awake? Please, are you a coffee lover? Do you have coffee with you? If you have, please show me.
Sorry, I can't drink coffee because the doctor tell me if I drink coffee, it difficult for me to sleep.
All right. So if you cannot just drink tea or something else. All right. So without further ado, let me invite our program quality director, distinguished Toastmaster Sanantawan, to have the opening remark. Please join me. Welcome, distinguished Toastmaster Sanantawan.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Madam District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Lin Ari. Past International Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Po Kim Chuang. Honorary Distinguished Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. I am here before you today with my gratitude and excitement to see so many enthusiastic faces in this Zoom room. We gather here for the contest training, the pursuit of learning and improvement, to push ourselves beyond our comfort zone, from the best learning to the best practice, from the unknown to the well-known. Let this training be a celebration of knowledge, support, and uplift one another to growth. We will go to the next chapter of District 97 without P. We will export our champion of international speech of our District 97 to Toastmaster International World Champion. Let my last sentence be the beginning of the contest training. Back to you, Mr. MC.
Thank you very much. Our PQD distinguished Toastmaster Sanantawan for a very meaningful and beautiful opening remark. So now, moving up next, let me invite our District Director, distinguished Toastmaster Lin, to have the welcome speech. So please join me. Welcome, distinguished Toastmaster Lin.
Distinguished leaders, past and present leaders, especially for past international director, Distinguished Toastmaster Po Kim Chuang, our District 97 honorary Distinguished Toastmaster Paisan Saelong, my Toastmaster friends and future contestants. Speed contests are Toastmaster tradition, and each year, thousands of Toastmasters complete speed contests, the same as our district. We have been joining contest for many years, and this year is very important because in our district, we got a full district, and our contestant can take part into the World Championship. And again, very special because next year, Toastmasters will celebrate 100 years in California. And I would like to sincere my gratitude to all of you that support our contest throughout the year. Contest officials, you did a very excellent to support every single contest in our district year by year. And for participants today, you may join us as participants, but after today, I believe that you will be one of the contestants. If you never try, you will never know. And for the future district contestants, we are very proud of you. I believe that today, many of you will be the new stars in our district. And all the committee here for district annual conference, we believe that this year very wonderful for us. We will celebrate our full district together. And we will District 97 export World Championship together. Thank you. And back to you, MC.
Thank you very much. We will celebrate together. Thank you, Madam District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Lin, for a very motivational speech. So, for your information to our future contestant at club level and at area level, we will conduct the contest hybrid. But at the district level, we will conduct it in person in Bangkok. So stay tuned for the upcoming district contest. So moving up next, let me invite our trainer, Toastmaster Max, who is our public relation manager for the district, D97, and our area director, Toastmaster Felix. Our trainer today will conduct a training about hybrid contest training. So please join me, welcome our trainers together.
Good morning, district leaders, honorary guests. My name is Mac. I am the public relation manager, and I have here area C3 director, Toastmaster Felix.
Thanks to Toastmasters Matt, and good morning to district leader and distinguished Toastmasters. It is my honor to be the one who trained with the hybrid meeting. So Matt, will you go first?
Yes, we will start with the online and hybrid best practice manual. I'm sure that most of you are familiar with this manual. If not, then the Zoom master, could you please drop the link into the description or the chat box? Oh, okay. The manual is pretty much, basically, it will tell you everything that you need to know regarding the hybrid meeting. I'm sure we are familiar with online contests because we had a few seasons with online contests, but hybrid is a little bit trickier than online because the idea is to have both sides of the participant equal as possible. And that this manual will help you to achieve that. I won't read you the entire manual. It's only about 20 pages. I encourage all of the organizing team to read it at least once or twice to get the information. 90% of what you need to know in terms of the hybrid, a successful hybrid contest will be in the manual. But some of the things that I would like to point out, the definition of the hybrid contest, as you all know, some of the participants will be online and on site. That includes the contest official and the judges too. And it said in the document that the contestant cannot be penalized for selecting one format versus another. Therefore, that's why I said in the beginning, we have to try to make the experience of the contest as equal as possible. We try not to favor one type of participant more than others. And of course, the contestant will have to supply their own equipment. First thing that I would like to cover on the manual, I just want to go through it quickly. The things that you need to determine is the technology. What are we going to use? Obviously, most of the clubs are using Zoom. Some of the club might use Microsoft Teams. That is your choice, but you need to determine that, and you need to know which type of contest that we are conducting. And our MC already announced that the area, division, and district level will be international contests and table topics contests. In terms of the table topics, it'll be a little bit trickier to set up the breakout room to make sure that the room is facilitated efficiently for the on-site and the online participant. And the next thing is that you need to know how many contestants are participating online. That'll be important for the organizing team, because they need to know, they need to be prepared. And the next thing is you need to set up how the judges will be accounted for and kept confidential. In terms of difficult technicalities, there will always, I repeat myself, there will always be technical difficulty in a hybrid meeting. And in a hybrid contest, it's even more crucial because we want to make it fair for both sides of the participant. So in terms of the technical difficulty, we need to determine the process of how we're going to deal with that. And you need to brief the contestant ahead of time. The submission of the ballots will be a little bit different, but like I said, we have experience with online contests for the past couple of years. So that needs to be determined and briefed also. And the counting room, for the hybrid contest, the counting room needs to be forethought and think about it a little bit more of how you conduct the counting room. And of course, thoroughly brief the contest official. The official needs to understand, everyone needs to be on the same page, and they need to understand their role. In the hybrid meeting, hybrid contest, Zoom Master will be the star of the event. And I'll skip this part. And lastly, the train of the timer. The timer will be two timer. Like I said, that's why we need to know who's going to be online, because the timer on site will be timing the contestant on site, and the timer online will be timing the contestant who participate online. So we need to have that list, and you need to coordinate accordingly. And lastly, run a mock contest to ensure that everything can run as smooth as possible. If you're not able to run the mock contest at the actual place that you're going to have the event, do it somewhere where you use the equipment that you are going to be used, because something will go wrong. I guarantee you something will go wrong if you don't run a mock-up test. And now we move on to the setting part, the technical part. Area Director Felix will facilitate the technical part. Please take it away.
Thank you so much to Toastmaster Mark, and I know that everything you has been detailed. And right now, without further ado, I'm going to share my video that I will set up the hybrid meeting for the contest as well. So let's see. Good morning. My name is Village. I am the area C3 that I has been through with the hybrid contest. So that's why today I'm going to share about how we should prepare our hybrid contest. So I would like to say that the first thing that we need to have for our hybrid contest, we need to have the computers. Computer is to make sure that people, they are the Zoom masters, they need to have their computers, a computer, any kind of computer that able to handle the Zoom, and they need to know how to use the Zoom as well. And I would like to let everyone know that in order to make sure that we have a good preparation related to the Highbridge contest, first we need the audio. So that's why I choose this one. It's really good when we bring here, and we will bring one of them with our contestant when they speak. We don't care about how far they are. We still hear them when we open it and we connect with the computers, and then we click it here. And at the end of the videos, I'm going to show you that how does it work and how does it clear when we open the audio when our contestants speak on the stage behind my back as well. And the second thing, we need their webcams. I use these webcams. Maybe everyone you maybe choose the other webcam that is really easy for you to find, but I choose this one because it's a bit clear for my side, and sometimes I use phone as well. I just put the phone as the webcams for the background or on the stage, so make sure that people can see well and can see their movement to make sure as well. Based on my experience, when we use webcam, we can see only the people on the half of their body. We maybe see only their body gesture. We do not see their leg or something. But if we use phone, we maybe see them well, the whole body on the stage as well. So that is your choice, and I'm going to tell you when we have the real practice with that as well. And I just have this one for myself because it just connects my webcam into my computer. If your computer is able to log in with these ones, you don't need to have these ones. Yes. And right now I'm going to tell you how we can allow maybe the contest share they speak on the screen. So it's why behind my back is a big TV, a smart TV. I'm going to show you before I finish my presentation. And we know that maybe our contestants or our teachers or our judge, they may be on the screen. So that's why I need a smart TV behind my back. Maybe you have slide presentation beside that, but you maybe need other speaker to support when someone speaks on Zoom to make sure that everyone on the stage or everyone on the place in the Highbridge meeting able to hear as well. But from my experience, when we use the smart TV, we able to show them on the smart TV, and then we also hear them as well. And I just want to let you know that during our contest, we would like to record in the video as well. So we make it as possible. So after that, I'm going to tell you how we can make it become better by in the real practice. I know that everyone is really challenging when it comes to the Highbridge, because sometimes you have to handle with the voice, and sometimes you have to control with the videos, and sometimes you have to show on the screen the member or the other contestant they may be on the screen, so we could not see. So I already tell everyone about that, and right now I'm going through to the real practice how I can going to set up. First of all, I just want to trust that we need to open the Zoom first, ladies and gentlemen, and I maybe open the Zoom. And here's, I already opened my Zoom. So the first thing first, I'm going to connect my computers on the TV so everyone can see on the TV as well. So I made it clear and closer for everyone to see. So I'm going to connect, right? Here I open the smart TV here, so I'm going to tell you how to connect. Maybe you have a different way, because I use a MacBook and then I just connect with the Wi-Fi and automatically can able to connect it to some monitors. But maybe some of you maybe need to direct not wireless, maybe direct, so it may be needs your adjustment as well. So I'm going to tell you. So if you ask MacBook, the same like me, and you have a smart TV here, I just click here to share about the to share screen to the TV, and then I just click here, please, and then they're going to show on the screen. But maybe you have a different way to show it because maybe you use a different model. Like I said, I already connect to the TV, so everyone may be see on the TV, on the stage. So I already connect the monitor already. So I jump up with the webcams or the camera that I'm going to show you everyone. We need something to stand, and I'm going to put some table in front of us on the table here to make sure that we put our webcam very well and see how does it work. Right now, I already connect to the TV on the webcam, and you maybe see my background here that be able to see. But I just want to let you know that how to switch from our computer into the webcam. You maybe see that here that is the webcam that I just click in here that connect to, and then it was the webcam that was stand here to on the stage. You maybe see that it will be on the stage. So that's how you can see on the, I'm going to show you more related to that here, the stage. Yes, and then I just want to show you that we maybe click the USB here and then it turn into webcam. So I'm going to stand on the stage for everyone to see that how does it work, and you can see it on the webcams on the camera of the computer as well. I mean the webcam there on the stage. So I'm going to stand here. I'm going to stand well for this, and I can walk. I can do some body gestures. Yes, so good, right? Yes, I can do the body gestures. So related to audio that I'm going to tell you, and then you may be able to use your audio by put one of your audio into your computers, and then you allow of your member. Maybe you're not going to have this one, but you have a different brand new or different friend that it was affordable and easy to find for you. You can take it and then you're able to use it. Just I would like to let you know that in our Zoom, we need to choose this as our microphone, and then we can choose our speakers on the TV to make sure that the voice, it was not in our computer, but it was in our our TV. And I'm going to show you how does it work in our TV when we play the video that our content. So does it here enough for you guys to make it or not? So here's I was to tell you about we was play the video in our contest last time. So
by 95%.
can you hear that well? We can hear it
For
well.
the second, you can earn your dollar point. You own 100.
Here I already show you guys how does it present from the TV that we can hear it well from the audience on the stage as well. But I just want to let you know that like I said, I have the other choice. I do not use the webcam because the webcam, sometimes I use webcam, sometimes I use the phone because it may be flexible for everyone. You just have the one stand to put your phone into the stage, and then you don't need to use the webcam, but you need to make sure that you leave the audio, do not get any interruption when you use the phone as the camera or as the camera on the stage as well. So I would like to let you see that how does it work when I use the phones on the camera stage. Here we can see all the whole body of our contestants, and it was easy as well. But are you dare to use your phone in 4 hours and you need to change phones, or you just use the webcam? Is based on your preparation, your prefer. And here's our contestant, as our member, they sitting here, and this is look like in every meetings, and I'm going to give you more information related to that if you have any questions. Last but not least is about the lightings on the stage. But I make sure that you have the enough lighting on the stage so everyone can see. Do not block some part of our speakers. Do not block some part of our main bodies or part of our speaker contestant as well. So I think I'm done with our sit-up meeting room, and then if there has any question related to how does it work related to the microphone, because when you buy a microphone, it may be able to use how to use it. You just need by your computers and choose the microphone as your speaker and choose the audio on the TV, and everything will be set up. So thank you so much, and I hope that you're able to learn through my sit-up meeting today. And at the end of the meeting, I'm going to play this video a little bit to make sure that you got how does I set up for my contest as well. Thank you so much.
How many of gentlemen in this room have already gotten married? Oh, thank you. When you get married, there is one thing that changed by 95%. From the second you can earn your first dollar until you are in the relationship with your loved one, you own 100% of your money. But at the moment you sign off your marriage certificate, your net worth drastically decreases to 5, and the other 95 will be deposited at a promising banks with 0 interest rate and no investment return. The bank is called wife bank.
Wow, that's also my showcase related to high-pitch meetings. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Area Director Felix, for showing us how to set up the hybrid meeting. Next, I would like to go over a few settings in Zoom in terms of the security settings in Zoom. I'm sure we all familiarized with the Zoom setting, but for the hybrid meeting situation, if there's more than one camera, if there's more than one device in that room, everything else has to be disconnected with audio. When you log into Zoom, you see this pop up, disconnected, click X, and so that the device, the extra device, the second, the third, or the fourth device is not connected to audio. Otherwise, it will create audio feedback in your meeting. Same thing with your phone. If you choose to use your phone as second camera or the overview of the event, disconnect it with these options. And for the security settings for the Zoom Master to be aware of, we should enable the meeting room. Of course, the meeting will already be enabled with waiting room, but if not, enable the waiting room. And the only 2 options that we recommend that you allow for all participants are to rename themselves and to start their video. The rest, chatting, there was some incident from some district far, far away that participants try to contact the judges. So this is debatable. So the chat, it's the committee needs to discuss and see whether or not you're going to allow that during the contest. And for the unmute themselves, this should not be allowed. You should not be allowed them to unmute themselves, especially when the contestant is delivering the speech. You can do it after or whatever, but this should not be allowed. And this is also another panel where you click the participant window, and there's an option here to mute the participant upon entry. I don't know why they don't put that in the other security box, but it's here. The Zoom Master has to make sure that all participant is muted when they enter the room. Otherwise, it can cause some problem of unintentional unmute themselves and cause disturbance in the contest room. And next, we are going to have the the mentor group, I don't know what to call it, a mentor group, because this is not the end of the discussion. I know that some of the club are familiarized with the hybrid format, some not, some doesn't have any experience at all. And we would encourage you to join this Facebook group. I will drop the link in the description and in the leaders group so that you can share knowledge. For some of you, especially some of you that have a lot of knowledge in terms of hybrid setting, please join this group so that you can help others achieve the best possible hybrid experience. And next, we would have a Q&A session. We have about 8 minutes, 7.5 minutes left. Do we have any questions? Our moderator.
All right. If you have any question, please, first of all, introduce your name and your club and your question. So I may ask one person, one question first. Please raise your hand if you have any question. All right, I see Toastmaster member from Cambodia, Toastmaster Chitha. Please unmute yourself and ask.
I think because when join Toastmaster is non-profit company. So I want to affiliate why he can't buy the TV cooler and for speaker. How they can buy, because we pay for not pay for Toastmaster, because Toastmaster not profit company. So I want to know that he use own money or share with the group. That's all. That's all.
All right, thank you for your question. So, Toastmaster Felix, the floor is yours.
Thank you so much to our Toastmaster to asking this question. The first of all, related to the room setup, the TV is not my own money. I just cooperate with one coffee shop, and then they allow us to have that. So we have the ritual meeting with that. With the microphones and the webcam, it was my own that was supported by the club that we in the pandemic of COVID-19, we moved to the online, and then we come to the hybrid, and then we work on it. So that's why my club was support with a hybrid meeting as well. So everything was from my club. So thank you so much, and back to our facilitators.
All right, thank you for your answer. So if anyone else have a question, please raise your hand. We still have several minutes left.
No one has any question in terms of the hybrid settings. I would like to emphasize. Oh, we do?
Oh, I have.
Okay.
So it's supposed to be hybrid contest. So what if a club decided not to make it hybrid? They just want to make it 100% physical in-person contest. Is it allowed?
On the club level,
Yeah,
you
club
can choose.
level.
You can choose, like my home club, we doing the contest fully on site. We encourage everyone to be on site. On the club level, the club can decide what type of contest you would like to have. You can have humorous contests if you want, but the type of contest that will move forward to the next level is international and table topics, and it'll be in hybrid format in the area and division level, and full on-site, in person only at the district level. So to answer the question, the club may decide what type of contest or which environment, which you can either be on-site or online or hybrid. Does that answer your question?
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much.
So before we end, I would like to emphasize that in the hybrid settings, we want to try to provide an equal environment for both participants online and on site. And as is stated in the document, that the contestant may not be penalized for the type of contest they choose. And on the judging should not and will not consider the quality of the video and audio in the criteria of judging. So us as the facilitator of organizing of the event, we would have to provide the most efficient experience for both sides of participant. Otherwise, there'll be drama if there's some problem that could have been prevented if we sort it out ahead of time, and especially a technical problem. AD Felix, do you want to add anything?
So thank you so much for Toastmaster Mark. For my experience, even though we set up for the hybrid, some hours contestant, they may be walk out the stage. So we need to set up the location or the length that they can walk and they can movement to make sure that everything is on the cameras. Everything it was seeable. Prevent for some case that our contestant do not come to admin or practice in admin and then they just come up to the stage. It may be the problem for the hybrid meeting as well, that we do not allow our judge to see their activity during that as well. So before we prepare our hybrid meeting, I would like to encourage the contestant and the organizer to practice in advance to make sure that the contestant is familiar with the hybrid meeting or hybrid contest. So that's all from me. Thank you, Mark.
Thank you so much, AD Felix. And I think that concludes our session. Please, I encourage you to join the mentoring or the consulting group, because I know that it's going to be tricky setting up a hybrid contest, let alone a hybrid meeting. Contest has to go perfectly well. It cannot have any hiccups or mistake. Therefore, we should try to prevent that by share ideas and knowledge if we can. So thank you. Back to you, Mr. MC.
Thank you very much. So the key tips for preparing a hybrid contest is running a mock meeting, running a mock hybrid meeting. So just like our trainer has mentioned, we need to prepare in advance. So run a mock meeting to see whether it's work or not. All right, thank you very much to our trainers. Once again, please join me, give them a big round of applause. Moving up next, we have our special trainer, who is our past international director, distinguished Toastmaster Paul Kim Chuang. He will train us about contest share, about judges training. So please join me, welcome our special trainer, distinguished Toastmaster Paul Kim Chuang.
Thank you, our MC, to our Madam Director Lin, to our PQD Sunatawan. Our can you hear me? Can you hear me?
We need more volume.
Can you hear me better now? Still low?
Yes, it's better.
It's better now? Okay. Good morning. I see a lot of old friends, new friends. And this morning, right, I'd like to lead you through a 60-minute session of this contest judging, where I'll start off with interactive judging exercise. I'll share with you the judging ballot sheet, and also touch on how to conduct a judge's briefing. And the purpose of this session, right, is to recognize the importance of contest judging and appreciate the scoring through the exercise and apply. The most important thing is to apply. And finally, right, helping your district to send your contestant to the World Championship of Public Speaking. So that is the three objectives I hope that we can achieve together. Are you aware about the contest? '23. There's some updates, and okay, the difference between judging and evaluation. The purpose of judging is to select the winner and using the judging criteria. And we are not there to evaluate or provide feedback for the contestant to improve. And that's why there's no suggestion or selecting the best performance in the whole process. And I'll drop, can you mind drop the latest ballot form to the group? So later, right, the exercise, right, we are going to use the ballot form where you are going to focus on content, 50%, delivery, 30%, language, 20%. So what you need to do is to have a piece of paper. You three contestants. From these three contestants, right, later you select the to rank who are the top three winners. So are you ready to start the exercise of this contest judging now? So right now, sit back and I'll play 3 video clips of 3 contestants. So your duty is to rank contestant 1, contestant 2, and contestant 3 in order. So you are going to focus. Content, you look at how the speaker organized the speech value, whether the speech is effectively touched your heart. And we also focus on delivery, the manner they project themselves. And the last part is language. So we are going to play the video now.
From Marine. Anna, the winner. Anna, the winner. Toastmaster Anna from Marine.
I had my biggest fight in my life in 2010. Do you know who my opponent was? Ring? Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen. My opponent on the other side was my husband. Yes, you heard me right. The very same person who had been my best friend, my lover, my co-fighter for 8 years, who was supposed to be my referee and my very own coach. Instead, there were different kinds of fights, with the big and the smaller punches, with the complicated and simple punches, with the life-threatening and power punches. How did we end up here? I still remember the very first time I laid my eyes on my husband. We were working at the same company, and one day the CEO called a man up on the stage to receive an award. Up goes a confident, sexy man with thick dark hair and sparkling blue eyes. And he delivered the most impressive speech I have ever heard. And lucky him, just a couple weeks later, we met at a party, and there was no turning back. We were madly in love. Within only 6 months, we had bought a beautiful apartment, got the man of my dreams, proposed to me in the most romantic way possible, on top of a mountain in Spain. Not the usual fairy tale. But after 8 years, things changed. My husband changed. I changed. My husband had become someone I didn't recognize anymore. All the romance and sweetness and caring, all gone. The life had gone in ultra-rapid pace, and I felt overwhelmed. I was lost in life. I was anymore. And this fight was too big for both of us. And we decided to get help, to understand how we changed during the years, and to remember who we were when we fall in love with each other. Do you know what I discovered? My biggest opponent wasn't my husband. It was myself. My inner voices who continuously spoke to me. Who do you think you are? Do you think that you are good enough? Do you think that you are somebody? And those inner voices have left me with self-doubt. I needed a time out, pause, and time to think. Was this really the life that I wanted? Was I really the person that I wanted to be? Really the marriage that I wanted to have? Asking those challenging questions allowed me to get to know myself more and better and deeper. And I actually realized that I was fighting who I wanted to be at that time. And thanks to my loving and supportive husband and our lovely children, and with a lot of self-reflection, I transformed what I wanted to be at that time, and back to happy Anna. And today, together, we are stronger as a team. And today, after 19 years together, we can win any fight. I know who I truly am. I accept it, and I believe in myself. I express it to the world. I am who I am. And I am not Anna, the fighter, anymore. I am Anna, the winner. Ladies and gentlemen, I have my fights in my life. You have your. The biggest fights that we have is the one with ourselves. I learned from my experience that I don't need these gloves to win all my fights in my life. What I need is self-awareness, acceptance, and belief that I can win all my fights in my life. How can you win your fights in your life? Is it with the gloves? Or is it with your self-love? Contest chair.
1 minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots.
Master Anna.
So look at the content on the delivery and the language used for the first contestant. I give you 1 minute to jot down the point and what the message you received from Anna's speech and how she structured her speech and the language used, the man to you as an audience, as the judges. So quickly, Sam, 1 minute to jot down some points.
contestant
Now the
is
second
Safura
two.
Atan. We'll perform a final audio and video check. Safura, please wave your hands and say testing 1, 2, 3.
Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3. Can you hear me? Can you see me?
Yes, you are audible and visible. Can you see timer 1 Rohana?
Yes, I can.
Great. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Safura Atan, what got you here? What got you here? Safura Atan.
I was standing on a precipice so high up, I could barely see the water in the lake below. My clothes were covered with dust, hot, steaming with sweat, although the temperature was actually freezing. My body was screaming in pain like it's been pummeled 100 times. And yet, I have not reached the peak. Contest Toastmaster fellow, where you ask the question, why am I doing this when I know I'm going to regret it? Well, that was one of those moments. I cursed my friends for asking me to join them. I cursed them again because they left me behind. And I cursed myself because I was the one who said yes to the challenge. It's 3 o'clock in the morning and I was Johnny. Yes, fat me at it again. Why such bravado, you might ask? Because I've managed to climb Mount Kinabalu 3 times before this. And I thought this would be just like a climb to Kinabalu. Kinabalu being the tallest mountain in Southeast Asia. My Lord, be peanuts. Man, was I wrong. What got me to Kinabalu would never get me to Rinjani. For those of you who've never climbed the mountain before, perhaps is wondering, what's the difference between Mount Kinabalu and Rinjani? Well, let me share with you. Kinabalu is a mountain, while Rinjani is an active volcano, making it isolated, requiring 2 full days of trekking before you reach the base mountain. And on the 3rd day of climbing, your body would have depleted most of its energy. Mount Kinabalu is made from granite. It's a series of stairs and steps. From my experience, if you could climb the 272 steps up to Batu Caves 5 times, up and down, non-stop, you could climb Kinabalu. Mount Rinjani is covered with volcanic ash, gravel, and sand. So just imagine climbing up 3-4 steps, you slide down 2, 3 steps up, slide down 2, you get the picture. By the time we reach 1/3 of the way, my far more fitter friends have left me eating the dust. I felt like crying. But my petite mountain guide urged me on. Boo, you can do it, Boo, you can do it. So I hung on and trudged on. At the halfway point, at that precipice above the lake, there was a small clearing and somebody had started a fire. The climbers and mountain guides were warming themselves over the fire, drinking hot tea and eating biscuits. I knew if I sat down, I would never get up to continue the climb. So did I sit down? You bet I did. And did I get up to complete the climb? I'm sure some of you here are cheering me on. Saf, you got this, girl, you got this. Go and finish it. I'm sorry, but my body was numb with pain. My spirit was broken. And I was worried. How am I going to get down in this condition? What got me here will not get me there. I was imagining my petite mountain guide having to carry me down the mountain like a buffalo on his back. What? Rolling me down the mountain like a barrel. So I sat there a bit longer, consolidated my spirit, collected my energy, and consoled myself, making the difficult decision not to continue, but to return to base camp. Man, the climb down was even harder. It was a slippery slide like a ski slope. I fumbled, I fell, and finally I made it to base camp in one piece without my guide having to carry me like a buffalo or roll me like a... Reaching to the peak, I'd be lying to you if I said I had no regrets. But I know if I have the opportunity to do it all over again, I would do it differently than my climb to Kinabalu. So the questions that I have for all of us here, how many of us here are living our life like we don't need to do things differently? This climb to Rinjani taught me that lesson. And perhaps to all of us here, the pandemic could be a lesson to all of us. This pandemic has shown us that the world is a volatile, uncertain, complex, and ambiguous place to live in. Marshall Goldsmith said, what got us here won't get us there. Are we just going to wish back to what it was before, bury our head in the sand, and ignore the changes that we need to make? Or are we going to take the bull by its horn, adapt, stocktake our situation, unlearn and relearn, acquire new skill sets and wisdom to face the change that we need to make? Admiral Stockdale, who survived 7 years of being prisoner of war, said that we need to face reality with a dose of faith that we will prevail. So, ladies and gentlemen, for us to prevail, we have to face the reality that what got you here will not get you there. Back to you, contestant.
1 minute of silence for the judges to move the ballots. Try to recall the content, the delivery, as well as the language used for second contestant, Safura Atan.
Contestant is
Now,
Toastmaster Shobhit Datta. Hush, don't rush. Hush, don't rush. Toastmaster Shobhit Datta.
The clock struck 6:45 a.m. My mom screaming at me, "Wake up, son! You only have 15 minutes for the school bus." I woke up instantly and realized it's time to use my superpower. To rush! Stuffing the sandwich, drinking the milk, I rushed for the school bus. While my mom said, "Hush, don't rush." Contest chair, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guests. Rushing was my superpower, as I could do more things in less time. Week-long assignment, a day was enough for me. 30 minutes for lunch, 5 minutes for me. 1 hour exam, let's not discuss my grades here. I would have been a black belt in rushing if not for my mom. Whenever I rushed, she said, "Hush, don't rush." And as every obedient child, I never listened. Years passed by rushing, and I joined college. This time I did not rush, but my heart did. My heart skipped a beat when I saw her. as I was in love. I met Sneha on the first day of college and felt an instant connection. On the next day, we found out we were lab partners. We even joined the music club together, where she sang in her melodic voice and I played the guitar to her tune. It was like a match made in. Only problem was she had a boyfriend. Call me selfish. I was waiting for the day when they break up. When they did, to cheer her up, I asked her out for a movie and she agreed. As Valentine's Day was around the corner, with just a 10-rupee note, I rushed to get a red rose and asked her, Sneha, will you be my Valentine? Sneha was horrified. Are you crazy? I just had a breakup. I do not want to be in a relationship right now. I did not get a second chance. Have you ever had your heart broken because you rushed? To heal my broken heart, I switched my focus. Top multinational firm. Gone were the days of rupees. I was now having credit cards, debit cards, shopping cards, milk cards. I was finally earning and I wanted to make some wise decision with my money. So I turned to the most trusted advisor on the planet, Google. Google recommended me to start investing. I bought stocks when they were low, sold them when they were high. I was ecstatic to see my money making more money. I wanted more and I wanted it now. On further Googling, I found a multi-bagger stock, an undervalued stock whose value can multiply several times its cost. Seeing the opportunity, I invested all my savings in it. In a matter of 3 days, the stock price skyrocketed. But on the 4th day, the stock crashed and all my savings just vanished. Have you ever suffered financially because you rushed? Carrying the weight of my financial choices, I switched my focus to the greatest wealth a person can have. Health. I started working out, lifting heavy weights, eating eggs, drinking milk. Finally, the milk cards were paying off. 6 packs in 6 months. That was my aim. And every week I was lifting heavier and inching closer to my dream figure. But after a month, it became tougher. I asked my gym trainer, I'm not able to lift any heavier. What should I do? You've got to push through. When I say push, you push. All right. He said push, I pushed. He said push, I pushed. He said push, I pushed. And I heard a popping sound in my shoulder, followed by an intense pain. I had dislocated my shoulder and had to undergo a surgery. Have you ever risked your health because you rushed? While I was in the hospital, I was constantly asking, Doctor, when can I go home? When can I lift my arm? When can I lift weights again? My mom sitting right beside me. Don't rush, Shobhit. But mom, hush. Why can't you ever listen? You cannot rush through everything, son. You cannot. Holding my arm in pain, my mom's words finally hit me. Despite being reminded not to rush since childhood, I was always rushing. That had impacted my relationship, finances, and now my health. Think of all the time when you rush in your everyday life. When you see a sale, buy a bunch of stuff you don't need without thinking about your wallet. Or when you attend 2 Toastmasters meetings on 2 devices, but don't participate in either. Or when you skip a red light signal just to save 5 minutes and risk having an accident. Each time you are rushing, and I hope you realize it before it's too late. Friends, it took me a heartbreak, an empty wallet, and a broken arm to realize that rushing is not a superpower. Patience is patient in building relationships, investing cautiously with a long-term horizon, and making fitness not a short-term project, but a lifestyle choice. I have switched my superpower from rush to hush. When will you start? Contest chair?
Toastmaster.
Before we go for a five minutes break, right now I invite you the ranking for the three speakers, Anna, Safura, and the last speaker, your own ranking. So if you feel that Anna is number 1, you put 1. You feel that the last speaker is number 2, put 3, and Safura 2. So just key in your ballot. Always remember content, delivery, and language for the 3 contestants. Just put 1, 2, 3 or 3, 2, 1 or 2, 1, 3 in your ballot and send it to the group chat. Okay, we have the first one, 3, 1, 2 for Mac. We have Apisara 3, 1, 2. Okay, Zoom Master Hugh 3, 1, 2. Don't need to copy, it's your own ballot. Hopefully some more ballots coming in. Okay, we have 1, 3, 2. We have 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2. One, 3, 2, 3, 2, 1, 1. All contestants have different judges have different preference. And right now, for your hard work, at this moment, we'll go for a 5 minutes break and we'll come back in 5 minutes and we return by 10:45. Because after 1 hour, it's time for us to take a break. If you are back, turn on your camera and let's have some fun. Okay, welcome back. For those who are back, let's do some online shake hand. How do you shake hand with online? Basically, you need to extend both hands. Hold the hand tight. Hopefully your hand can touch your both sides of the screen, and your hand hold tight and you shake hand to each other. And if your friend is holding your hand, you look at Pranapong and Chitara is shaking each other's hand, as well as Apisara. And right now, stretch your hand up. Okay, are you ready to have more fun on this session? Okay, right now, just now we have 3 contestants, and I'd like to hear from Pranapong. Why do you, for 1 minute, why do you select Anna, third speaker, as well as Safura, your ranking? Maybe hear from Pranapong.
Yes, for me, I
Yes.
select because the content of her speech and also her body movement and props.
Mhm.
That's the reason.
Okay.
Because I compare with the third speaker, and then I think the first one should be the winner.
The first one will be win. Okay, let's hear from Mac. Are you back, Mac?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. Sorry. I give number 3 the winner because of the content, the uses of language,
Mhm.
the body language, and the vocal variety. And that it's a little bit on top of contestant number 1.
Okay.
Contestant number one is also good, but I think number 3 is a little bit better.
Okay, let's hear from Chintarat. Why do you pick your choice? Chintarat, Club Group Director.
In fact, good morning.
Good morning.
My point of view, I selected number 3 because of the same as Pirari Mac, that he got a lot of body gesture
Okay.
and the voice vocal variety is perfect. Just only there is no pop as our past district director Pranatop have mentioned. So it's another aspect that I for me, my point of view, I love his voice gesture. Thank you.
Thank you, thank you. The purpose of asking you this question, I realize that all judges is just like you and me, member, human being, we have our own preference. So there's no right or wrong. The most important thing is the judging criteria is a form of guide to guide you for the judging. And you realize 3 category: content, theory, and language. And just now in the beginning of the training, right, I did highlight to you on the May 2023 Toastmaster International revised especially on the content. They put more emphasis on speech value. You realize that right now the point allocation for speech value is 25%. As for the organizing of speech right is 15. In the past it's 20. Right now the effectiveness they reduce from 15 to 10, and greater weightage is put on speech value. But overall, the content is still 50%. There is no change. So as a judge, right, you have to understand the content is totally 50%. The delivery, we are looking at the physical, the voice changes, as well as the manner. So 10 for each category. And lastly, the language is for appropriateness to the audience as well as correctness. So it's 20%, 10 each. So for different type of contests, international, humorous, table topic, these are the judging criteria. And the most important thing is that is just a suggested guide. And I will strongly encourage as a judge, right, always stand by a piece of paper. Normally, I will a quarter size. So every speaker, I'll make some notes. I'll jot down the content, the delivery, and the language used. So every speaker, I have 1 page to take notes. Because the small little judging balance, right, if you just allocate points, right, it doesn't serve any purpose, because sometimes you need to go back to have a cross-reference to compare the first speaker and the second speaker. So I will strongly encourage, take a piece of A4 paper. If you've got 8 contestants, just need to fold in 4 quarter size. When you flip over, it is 1 full contest for a piece of paper for you to take notes. So this is on the judging criteria. And you realize that content, right? We are looking at, just now I did mention, we are looking at the speech development, we are looking at effectiveness and the speech value. And currently the change, right, on the greater emphasis is putting on speech value. So the speech value is very, very crucial. Compare just now the 3 speakers. The first speaker talking about self-acceptance, self-love, as well as compared to the second speaker and the third speaker. The third speaker talking about don't rush. And you realize that all these speakers, you look at how they structure the speech, how they bring the message across. So you pay attention to all this. And next item, we look at It's on how they deliver their speech. The voice, how they use their voice effectively, and the manner, whether they are effectively bring the message across to the audience. So this is how they project themselves under delivery. And the third part is on the language, whether the language used is appropriateness to the audience and whether it's correctness. So you realize that in a district level, the language, right, the different, right, maximum is 20 points. Right, maybe it's only 1 or 2 points. The major difference, right, is on the content, which is 50%. So the other thing is the different for evaluation contest, right? Evaluation contest, the judging is a bit different. Always remember the keyword ARTS. So the contestant need to analyze the speech. They need to provide some recommendation, and the technique must be motivational. But most contestants in that's right, they miss this thing called submission. They didn't do a submission. They just basically say thank you because of the time allocation. So a thank you is never a submission. So always bear in mind as a judge, right, you have to understand the ballot form, because as a contestant, it's very, very important to understand this ballot form also, because you must understand how the judges allocated points to you as a contestant. So you need to structure it accordingly when you do your speech. So as a judge, as a chief judge, you need to highlight to the judges, especially number one, you make sure that the judge sign the ballot form, because the ballot form is not signed will be discarded. Secondly, as a judge, you need to rank the 3 contestants. You need to pick the top 3 winner. So you need to provide 3 names. I have come across judges, right, only provide 1 name, or even tie-breaking judge only provide. You must understand your role and responsibility. So you need to tell the judges you're not there to give feedback or recommendation. You are there to pick the winner. So during the briefing, you have to go through the rules and regulations. A proper briefing is warranted, because if you just say, oh, I know that most of them know attend speech contest, they are just before, so you all know what to do. So most chief judge will say, oh, you all know what to do, just send out the form. That is not good enough. So you have to conduct all the judges, appointment holders know what they are doing. Okay, and you need to sign the code of conduct. And right now, the new form incorporate on this thing code of ethics inside the forms. Okay, chief judge duty also need to brief the role player, like the tie-breaking judge, the sergeant at arms, as well as the timer. The timer, normally we have 2 timers, and being asked, right, if we have 2 timers, are we going to have 2 stopwatch, 2 ballot paper? The answer is no. You just need to have 1 stopwatch and 1 displaying the card and 1 make the record. You don't need to have 2 sets. You only have 2 timers, 1 will show the display the card or display the timing light, 1 will do the recording of the timing. Forms. And the tally counter, at least you need to have 3 ballot counter and have to collect the ballots. Okay, this is the eligibility of code of conduct ethics. And as a contestant, let's go through some forms. As a contestant, you need to certification ability for original, to declare that your speech is original, and to declare that you have PU pathway level 1 and level 2 completed. In fact, yesterday I received a call from one of the club contests, say the contest chair and the chief judge didn't check the eligibility of the contestant. Repeat. And after result announced, okay, the contestant had not finished pathway level 1 and level 2. And then she asked me, are we going to take back the trophy? I said, no, once the result announced is final, you will never take back the trophy from the contestant. The only the next level of contest, because this contestant, this champion, is not eligible to take part because she is not eligible to take part in the contest in the first place. So the contestant cannot move on to the next level. But this champion is still the champion in the club level. As a contest chair, track through the eligibility carefully. Normally, it's pathway level 1 and level 2. The other thing is your club dues must be current with Toastmasters International. We have come across where contestant paid to the club to your club treasurer, and the treasurer didn't submit to Toastmasters International, and the contestant is ineligible to take part. So never let this thing happen. So the form is very, very important. Next, this is a timer for the timer sheet. You only have one piece. Two timer, you only have two. You only have one. In the past, we have instances where two timer, two different separate results. So we want to avoid all this misunderstanding. Okay, this is the tally sheet for the result. Normally, in the past, when I attend the World Championship of Public Speaking, we always have this idea, how come the ballot counting takes so long? Take 15 minutes, take 20 minutes. I be pre-prepared in advance, which means that all the judges' name can write on the forms, all the contestant name can write in the form. Inside there, when you go to the ballot counter room, you just count the result, not filling up the forms. So as a chief judge, make sure all the form is properly prepared before you go into the ballot counter room on the ballot instead of filling up the forms. So that is on the tally sheet. Okay. As for the ballot form, make sure the name is signed and the name of the judges is filled up. And if you are a normal judge, make sure you provide. You have to rank all the contestants. Okay, and it must be signed, and all the contestants must be ranked. Okay, in the event of there is a tie. Okay, like for example, the first scenario, Hamid and Gil is the tie-breaking judge form to see how they rank. If in the tie-breaking judge form, right, Gil is ranked number 3 and Hamid is ranked number 2. So the number 1 will go to Hamid and Gil. We just compare the two. You don't compare the rest, only compare those who are in tie. So this is how you put down the winner. Okay, and as a judge, right, this is the result form. You need to have this copy and present to the contest chair, and make sure the contest chair don't read the order wrongly. So like for example, right, okay, the announcement form, right, the third is on top of. So we have instances, right, the contest chair, right, read wrongly, read third to be number 1. So as the chief judge at the ballot counter, right, it's your duty, right, to listen carefully. Make sure the contest chair didn't announce wrongly, because it's your duty. If the contest chair announced wrongly, it's your duty to go up and stop the announcement to correct the error. And this one happened in international level before. This one happened in district level before. So chief judge and ballot counter is your responsibility to listen carefully during the announcement of result. Okay, after finish the whole contest, it's also chief judge's responsibility to send the whole ranking, the listing of the result to the contest chair, because just in case the top 3 cannot proceed to the next level, they will look on the 4th, 5th, because it come especially in area contest, some of the contestants is overseas, some work due to work, some due to crash of the date, they cannot represent the area. So they are based on the ranking to select the next contestant to move forward. Okay, the next item, that's rule. Maybe I would like to hear our MC. Why do you need to understand contest rule? Is understanding contest rule very important?
Yes, I think it's important because everywhere we have rules and we need to follow the rules to make sure it's fair for participants.
Okay. Do you think that understanding the contest rule is important to the judges only or to everyone?
I think anyone, but most importantly, the judges.
Okay. For me, right, understanding the contest rule, right, is important. Whether you are a contestant, whether you are a judges or a organizer, because we need to understand the rule, how it play. As a contestant, right, you need to know your right, and as a judges, right, when thing happens, right, you need to refer how to handle. So it's important to everyone. As an audience, right, if you understand the rules, right, if you know that this thing is not in order, so you are able to handle the situation. You are able to respond to the situation. So it is very, very important to understand the speech contest rule. And in Toastmaster, where do you find the speech contest rule? And this is the latest rule book. If you want District 97 winner, right, the champion, right, to appear on the right, this is a dream, right, to appear. If you win the World Championship of Public Speaking 2 years from now, the following year, right, your photo will appear on the rule book. And where can we find the speech contest protocol? Is under policy 6.0. They'll highlight to you, right, what are the do's and don'ts. And the fundamental, the rule book, right, highlight to you what are the things you can do and to help you to easily remember. Okay. This year, in 2023, 2024, right, there are only 4 changes. It's in the past, right, they have about 10 or 14 changes. So this year is only very minor changes on the speech contest rule. And the changes is represented by a little diamond on the rule book. So if you want to find out more, go and read the speech contest rule book. And under the speech contest website, right, they also highlight you the logic. They'll give you the explanation. What are the changes and why this changes is warranted. So this is on the speech contest rule changes. Okay. If you think about speech contest rule, what are the first thing coming to your mind? Maybe I'd like to hear from our PQD Sunatawan. What is the first thing coming to your mind? Speech contest rule. 28 pages you need to read. What is your first thing coming to your mind? Our PQD.
I'm sorry. Yes, you asked me like, okay.
What's the first thing coming to your mind when you heard about speech contest rule book?
Oh, contest rules. It depends on the duty that I will perform. If I am a judge, yes, correct eligibility and something that I have to consider. But if I have the contestants, something about the contest that about the contest content and the score or something that I have to consider. So consider about contest rules, read it, and what roles and duty I will perform, and should be the first thing that I have to consider about it.
Okay, thank you. For me, right, the speech contest rule book, right, remember this thing called Spider or Spider-Man. Why? Because in the whole rule books, right, it breaks down into 8 sections on the speech contest policy, eligibility, sequence, selection sequence, speech subject and preparation, general procedure, timing, protest, and use of prop. So these are the 8 items inside there. So when you start of speech contest rule, these are only the 8 things. So in white spider have 8 legs. So 8 items inside there to help you to organize. Okay, if you want to understand, okay, how to conduct a speech contest rule, you look at the general procedure. You look about how many contestants can send into an area contest, division contest. Look at the selection criteria. All this is a very structured way of presentation. And you say if a contestant want to use the props or use human being as a prop, can use or cannot use. So look at item number 8, use of prop. So to understand better, always go in depth to read, because a good leader is a good reader. Where can you find all the speech contest material? Go to Toastmasters International website, okay, and click on the resources. When you look, because Toastmasters International website, right? Many information inside there. But the challenge is you don't know where. So you go to the resources speech contest, and over there you can find tons of information on speech contest. Okay. And you also have different modules for you to go through it. Okay, and these are some of the materials where you don't need to create your own certificate, and Toastmasters International also provide you speech contest certificate. You just need to download and use the certificate. So these are some materials where you can use. And if you've got any question, always write to speechcontest@toastmasters.org. Yes, I think you'll take a longer time of responding. It'll take about maybe 5 to 7 working days, they will respond to you, but they'll still respond. You just need to be patient. Okay, protest. When there is a protest, how are you going to handle? First thing first, refer to the section on protest, whether there's ground of protesting. A contest can be protest only on 3 things. Number 1, on the originality. And right now, in the last 2 years, they add in on this thing called the cross-reference of the contestant material. So these are the 2 things that is warrant for ground of protest. Can an audience protest? No, the protest is only limited to judges and the contestant only. So as a protest happen, okay, first question to ask is there any ground of protest? Second question is, after protest, if there's ground of protest, you need to carry out on the action drill, follow the procedure, gather the judges, brief the judges there is a protest, and invite the contestant to explain. Then ask the contestant to leave the room, and the judges will vote on the protest. And it's based on simple majority. So like, for example, you got 7 judges, 4 of them say, oh, it is breach of originality. Contestant that the protest is valid and you are being disqualified due to originality. So as a chief judge, understand the procedure, then you are able to confidently handle the protest. And okay, this is some reading material. And to do a recap to this morning, I highlight to you to listen to 3 speeches and also tell you the judging tally sheet and the briefing, as well as contest rubric, and last item is now. I think my time is up. We are going into more detailed discussion later during the FAQ. I hand the control back to our MC.
Thank you very much to our trainer, distinguished Toastmaster Volcom Chuang, for a very meaningful and practical training related to judges. So moving up next, I'd like to invite our special guest, who is our honorary advisor, distinguished Toastmaster Paisan, to have a training and the training is contest chair training. So please join me invite distinguished Toastmaster Paisan for the training. Thank you.
Mr. MC, senior members of the district, fellow Toastmasters, especially our past region advisor, Kim Seong. I just would like to know how many of you think of contest chair when there is a contest to come. Mostly we will think of the judges, the contestants. We really seldom think deeply about the contest chair. Those behind the scene work so hard. We co-organizers. They work so hard before the contest can start, but they are always become forgotten. And what happened if the contest is good? Who will be complimented? People just say, aha, that's good one. So today we are going to talk about the contest, which involves mainly the importance of the contest chair and the team, especially the club, the area, the division, and the district. Why I say that? Because if the organizing of the contest is good, it will represent the reputation of Toastmaster leadership caliber. So many times after the contest, people thought I would never come again, like a certain conference event. So we are talking about a contest. It's a friend help friend to succeed. And now, instead of meeting in person, we always have like Zoom or hybrid meeting. What happens? For us here, for the training, half of you are my preceptors, are my teachers. So I don't have to go into details to ask you to read the rules, because anyone who is going to participate in the contest, he or she will have to read the rules by themselves. If they don't read, they enjoy less. Because of what? If you don't know the rules of the sports and to join, you feel disappointed. Why this person not be the winner? According to my idea, he or she should be the champion. Why not? And we started criticizing. Sometimes with reasons, sometimes really irrational. So what happened when we joined the contest? We would like to make it really enjoyable and fair. And for us, like in this meeting, first of all, I would like to say, on Zoom or hybrid meeting, hybrid not much a problem because somebody will be on site, somebody on Zoom. But for the online meeting, it's a pity. That's why I said that contest is a friend to help friends succeed. And then 90% of the members of the participants did not turn on the camera, right? You're talking to a non-picture audience. So for us Toastmasters, I would like to be frank. When we join the contest, we must be the first group of people who turn on the camera. Don't let our friends who are contestants to speak to the screen. I used to talk to some of the people who are joining the contest outside our Toastmasters area. Just imagine when 100 people watching the contestant turn off themselves, I mean, blindfolded themselves. What happened? It's a distraction. So this is the first thing I would like to talk a bit more seriously today for all of us, that to organize a contest need to be professional. A lot of people said we want new blood. And what happened? We have a one-day Toastmaster to become a contest chair. Is that new blood okay? If it's not professional, then we will not make Toastmaster outstanding. Okay, it can be forgiven for the club arena, because that everyone is that like in a very close family. And of course, sometimes we have to make sure that that person who takes as a contest chair for the first time will then lead to be a better contest chair in the future. But after the club level, actually no excuse. No mistake granted that can make an excuse. So this is what we are talking today. Instead of asking all of you to read the rule book, for sure you have to read the rule book. If you want to be a boxer and then go to read the rule book about swimming, you're successful. And if you don't the rule and you get into the match, you really don't enjoy it. So this is one of the things we are going to talk. Otherwise, when Kim Seong, our speaker, our trainer, finishes his speech and Mac and Philip finished the speech, what happened? I had nothing to say. Because of what? Because we mostly focus on that how to judge, how to tell people the procedures, only the rules. But the most important thing is that how, as the organizer, to select the most efficient and effective master who can organize the contest effectively. That is the contest chair. Just now I talk about why today I have to be a bit tough, because we all are ready to be a somebody in the very near future. Maybe some functionaries that we are going to take to. And then if we don't know the rules, we don't know how to start. And what happened? Somebody said Toastmaster is an arena to learn by doing. Can try making errors. But Toastmaster organization actually gives us the opportunity to start from the level of club when we started and then become more professional in the higher level. And when we move outside our comfort zone, we are recognized as a professional organizer. I would like to share with you that in my company, one day, some 40 years ago, when we had a project to launch in December, that is about the Christmas and New Year party. I asked the guy to organize a concert. He looked so good, so ready, but he never done it. Somebody said he could make it. So it's my fault to give the authority to him. What happened? My company capacity is not that big. He organized a concert as if to have like the most international company with hundreds of acres of land. And what happened? 40 buses with dancers, singers coming to my company. My company couldn't even have the parking lot for that. So you see, people complain. in a small place. Why you have to organize such a big event? It's very unsuccessful. So it's the same. Today, we are going to focus on how to be a professional contest chair. We must be ready. You know, normally some club probably either not yet ready. The contest chair can be the chief judge. The contest chair can be anyone. Take every duty. And in Toastmasters, one good thing that we are very constructive. But sometimes we forgot to let them know what's the weak points. So we just say congratulations after the event. And what happened? This makes Toastmasters sometimes to the eyes of the prospects, feeling that, oh, I won't join your organization. So to be a good contest chair, we have to know that how to consider appointing someone who is really a functionary that can really work for the contest. Not just simply, oh, I thought of my friend who joined Toastmasters for 2 months. He's a native speaker. He or a doctor. He is somebody to be the judge. Don't really do that. Because we have our rules and the standard. That is the quality that make Toastmaster contest survive up to this moment. Don't set our own rules. That's the most important thing. I remember that one senior member at the meeting sitting beside me for the hybrid. And a speaker talked while she's standing. He told me that if I were the judge, I fail her. I turned to him, are you a Toastmaster? He said, why not? I have been Toastmaster for over 28 years. I said, you did not read the rules. It's not a norm. If the speaker would like to speak while he lying down, what happened? His choice. You like it or not, it's not the norm. We in Toastmasters select the best speaker. The only one time in our life we are allowed to compare 2 Toastmasters, 3 Toastmasters, and pick up them to be the winners. Actually, I strongly believe once you apply to be a contestant, you are only a winner. And never say, I joined just to fail. Because if you join Toastmasters contest just to fail, when you get out of the comfort zone, you will feel that you work in order to fail, and you fail for life. So we join to win. Frankly speaking, don't be humble. Why you join the contest? I just joined because nobody joins. Why you join the contest? I just would like, because I have been Toastmaster for 30 years, I just would like trying to be a loser, to give the opportunity to the others. Don't think about that. Don't say that, especially our senior members. When we join a Toastmaster contest, like Tanu for over how many years? Yes. And when asking Tanu, why you join the contest? I join to lose. If you join to lose, and then people think, why you join? I don't understand. So this is the thing, we have to be frank to make our Toastmaster strong. So now I'm coming to the part that we are talking about new blood. In order to help making the new wave stronger, we need first to help them understand to let them experience. And at the end, they can replace us as senior Toastmasters. The best teacher is the one who creates better students than the teacher. So today, I'm so proud to invite one person who has been in Toastmasters for decades, over a decade. She worked so hard, and then she tried to learn everything she could, and not only use it in Toastmasters, but outside the Toastmaster kingdom, I would like to say, the Toastmaster room. And then today, she is my and our special guest. When I say special guest, it does not mean she or he is better than you or me. But in Toastmasters, she is better than herself before. That's why in Toastmasters, normally we don't compare Dr. Apisla with Paisan, Paisan with Lin or Didi. We compare our yesterday self, right? Compare our yesterday self for a better today and tomorrow. So this is why we have contests. I'm so happy today to have all of you with us. So I just would like to say that we are going to start the program in a very special interaction, introducing my special guest, and she is with us, none other than our past district director, DTM Nasrallah. Could the Zoom master give her the spotlight?
Yes, I have.
Thank you. Yes. Now, Nasrallah, good morning.
Good morning.
Oh yes, Nasrallah, how did you feel today?
You excited to share something with our district leaders?
Oh yeah, that's very important. You know, every accident can happen anytime. So before we start, I would like to talk about something yesterday. Last night, I talked with Nasrallah for about 1.5 hours on my way to pick up my daughter. And something could happen. I got a sore eye. I went to see the doctor. And the doctor told me one thing: don't look at the screen. Don't look at computer. I said, doctor, if I did not look at computer, how could I talk today? He said, anyway, don't do it. I'm still here. If you could see, one of my eyes is not so nice today. Don't worry about it, because I talk with my mouth and my heart, not my eyes at the moment. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to ask Nasrallah. Nasrallah, how long have you been in Toastmasters?
That you mentioned.
Oh,
I think almost 2 decades.
Wow. Yeah. And how did you feel about the contest?
I think it's very important for everyone. The goal of the purpose of the contest that we want to provide the opportunity for anyone that have the proficient speaking to participate in the contest. And also we provide the audience can observe the contestant skill and also enjoy the contest.
Oh, I see. Have you ever been a contest chair before?
I cannot remember how many times I take part as the contest chair. I think so, more than 10 times.
Wow. Yeah. And what did you do once you've been appointed as a contest chair by the organizer? I mean, by the club, area, or district. Yes.
First thing, I think we need to read the rule book, because the rule book that the Toastmaster International always change something in our rule books every year. That's the first thing that the contest chair should do first.
Yeah.
And why? I will explain more because that our past international director mentioned about the rule books. Rule book composed of contest procedure and all the law of the participant in the contest, like the contest chair, just chief judge, timer, or any laws that we need in the contest, especially for the contestant. I would like to recommend contestants should read the rule books as well.
That's right. And you know, since we have members from different countries as one big family of District 97, sometimes, you know, to be the MC, you know how MCs come from in Toastmaster. Normally, when the Toastmaster who has been appointed to organize the contest, we call the chair, contest chair, right? The contest chair will have the opportunity to choose if he or she think that, oh, I'm not so fine today, or probably I have somebody that can make the event very interesting. On my behalf, I will invite him or her. We call that person, Nasrat, you remember what we call that person?
You mean contest chair?
Yes, appoint someone to be the MC. Yes.
Maybe we can appoint the optional, the contest Toastmaster.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we call contest Toastmaster or contest master. And then the contest master will do all the duty, yes, during the contest. This is one of the most important things. Yes, when being the contest master, Nasra, what you find most difficult with our members from the 5 countries, the contestants, I mean. What's the most challenging part as the contest master?
How we can communicate in effective way. I think this is the difficult part that last term I was appointed by our PQD at that time. This time she become our district director. I decided to appoint myself as contest master. I think it's easy for me to communicate with myself.
That's great. That's great. But the one thing when you announce the names in particular, I would like to mention this point. Did you find it difficult?
What?
When you act as the contest master, yes. What is the most difficult thing you learned from the contest?
Okay. After we know all the rule books from the update one, we as a contest chair need to appoint the chief judge, because chief judge will help us to select the voting judge and timer. I think this is the first, the second thing that contest chair need to do, because as the past international director mentioned about the role of chief judge, it's very important to find a way to select the right contestant to be our champion and representative of our district to participate in the next level.
Yeah.
And not that's only, this is the second thing that I do as the contest chair. And after that, I think the many things that contest chair should prepare. If we can conduct the contest very well, that means everything will happen in the way that we can have from my experience, I think I learned many things from the experience that I took the role as a contest chair. Before the contest start, we need to communicate with the contestant, ensure that they all are eligibility, ensure that they are all can participate in the contestant briefing. Contestant briefing is very important for contestant. Why? Because we need, as the contest chair, we need to pronounce their names correctly or in the way that contestant prefer. From my point of view, I practice to announce the contestant name, I think almost 2 days to ensure that I pronounce their name correctly or the way that they prefer. I still remember one, I think last 2 years, I think maybe a few years ago, I cannot pronounce some contestant name. I find a way how to contact him and practice with the contestant name. This is the way that I can pronounce you. I think that's the way that I do. As the rule mentioned, contest chair is the key person who responsible for organizing the fair contest and make everyone happy in joining the contest. I think it's the very important thing for contest chair to pronounce contestant name correctly. Because if someone pronounce our name in the way that we don't prefer what happened to us, I think it's not good and make contestant feel bad or demotivate them before joining the contest.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. When you talk about the duty of contest chair or the MC, one thing I would like to say is very important, how the contest chair affects the contestants. This is a very important point to make it fair. As a contest chair or the contest master, when we stand up, I would like to say, just remember first, as a contest chair or contest master, we are not the star at that moment. We are the star supporter. But at the end of the contest, of course, we may be the star. I always train my people for a special event outside Toastmasters. When you move on as the MC, you are not the star. Just remember that. Make sure you are somebody to make the star a superstar. And somebody asked me, then how can we know we are star later? After being the contest chair or after being the MC as a ceremony, and then you make those in front of you stars, and at the conclusion, when it's over, somebody will approach you. I mean that this is a business world. Somebody will approach you. Wow, your performance so good. Next time, I would like you to be the MC at my party. So we already become the star at that time. So make sure when we are on the stage, especially for the contest, don't make, oh, I am the star, I'm going. And sometimes we are distracting the speakers. We have to be formal. When we say fair, for example, as the contest chair, we stand up. If we say one word to the first speaker, the same word must be repeated. For example, contestant number 1, right? Toastmaster Nasara. I hate you. I hate you, Toastmaster Nasara. Second contestant must be the same. It's very difficult, sometimes to wear the same facial expression. Not the first one. Ladies and gentlemen, our first contestant Toastmaster Nasrallah, I hate you. I hate you. Toastmaster Nasrallah. Wow. And then the second contestant, not my favorite speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, contestant number 2, Toastmaster Tanu. Nobody is good. Nobody is good, Toastmaster Tanu. Unfair. Change the voice, change the character, change the facial expression. Tanu got distracted when he got up. My goodness, and he forgot his line. So be careful, all contestants. When you know the contest share beforehand, it is your benefit. Visualize your contest share. Unless sometimes they change the contest share, then very difficult. You just have to adjust it. Otherwise, you have to focus this MC. And then when he or she introduces you, be ready. Wow. And then you walk up as if he or she is your friend. So you could speak much more. That's why I call the power of visualization as a speaker. Not only in Toastmaster, outside you can apply it. You know, when I was being invited to speak as a keynote speaker outside with hundreds of people, I visualized first. Wow. What to make them wow. So as the contestants, you will be ready to make them wow. So this is one of the points. That's why today we are going to talk about how to make the contest share really work well, also for the contestants and the audience. So make yourself fair first. You can be funny. You can be anything at the end. And you can say something to make people feel relaxed. And make sure when the result comes out, when you announce the disqualification, Nasrallah, could we say the name of the one who disqualified on the time disqualification?
According to the rule books, we cannot mention the contestant name. If someone disqualified, Chief Judge will communicate directly with the contestant, and we just announce as contest chair, okay, we have one this time disqualification only.
Oh, yeah, that's
we do before the announce the result.
Yes.
I add something that you already mentioned, because we need to do the same way with every contestant, that according to the rule books, we have the procedure and the script, like for Toastmaster, for the international speed contest, we mentioned Toastmaster name, speed title, and Toastmaster name. This is the way that we announce in the international speed contest. For the evaluation contest, we do in the different way. Just mention contestant name. And one thing I would like everyone to ensure that you treat every contestant in a fair way. That like DCM President already mentioned. You need to say something about the contestant, and everyone we call Toastmaster. Even we not all like that you say, wow, this is a wonderful topic. I like it very much. Even you don't say anything, you can express or communicate via your facial expression or body language. I think you should keep the same energy with every contestant when you introduce the contestant name. And I would like you to explain more why we should call all contestants as Toastmaster, even they already become distinguished Toastmaster. Please explain more. I think it will be benefit from the audience.
Oh, I say, we try to avoid mentioning like distinguished Toastmaster Phnom Penh or with the DTM, CTM or whatever. If we put on that, it will be a discrimination. I would have to say, for example, you say Dr. Apisara. Oh, people thought, wow, Dr. Apisara, huh? And then the second speaker will be Paul Kim Jong, the presidential citation recipient. Wow. So, you know what happened? People will think, so wow, this should be better. It should be better. And then it already discouraged the next speaker, Toastmaster Tanu. Wow, it made a great difference over there. So we have to be very careful about this. This is one of the points. And one thing I would like to mention is that when we are the contest master, be sure that we say the topic clearly. Cheat or cheat, rush or rash, cheap or cheap. We have to learn to say it. Because of one contestant long ago, I remember in another district, couldn't understand what the table topics master asked. Yeah. He would like to say lack, but he say lack. This is the problem. So be very careful about this. And then sometimes, you know, during the contest, the contestant will say, what did you mean? Oh, it's a waste of time. It's a waste of time. And of course, as a contest chair, one thing when Kim Song mentioned about the protest. Have you ever faced any circumstance like this, Nasra?
For when I take the role as the contest, I never have the experience. I think you can share your experience. Because you take the role in Toastmaster for a long time. I definitely believe you have experience. I think it would be better for the audience to learn if we have some protest during the contest. What should we do? Please share.
Thanks. Now, actually, when we would like to receive the protest, there are only 2 channels, and only the contestants will launch the protest to the chief judge or the contest chair. And when the contest chair got a notification from the chief judge, for example, if through the chief judge, the contest chair will have to decide at that moment whether to announce a short break for consideration. One contest, I remember, the contest chair just said, it's okay, and went on. Until it's over, somebody protested, it's too late actually, but it's a problem hanging behind the contest, because the contest chair cannot take it for granted. I just would like it to be done like this. Pause as contest chair. If we don't know what to do, have a break. Call the judges meeting to find out what to do. If the person who really had a problem, the speakers, I mean, made a mistake referencing other speakers, or is not original, then the panel of judges will give him or her the opportunity to respond to the protest. The majority of the judges will be final. And this is very important. That's why we say keep the judges confidential. But sometimes it's quite funny. Some judges forgot that the contestant over there don't sit beside them. Some judges forgot to destroy the ballots, the description, the script, or the form, and left it on the chair. That's another problem. Sometimes we think it's, oh, when I lose, it's okay. No, in reality, because it is a professional arena, when people look at, oh, I am the winner, why I lose? And then asking someone beside him or her, why did I lose? Probably that judge didn't like me, and they causing more problem. A lot of people thought that it's very easy, especially when we are inviting test speaker. Make test speaker feel happy first. Ask them to be open-minded, especially as a test speaker for evaluation. I would like to share a story 30 years ago. And I do believe that she is a Toastmaster still here. I don't know whether she in this room or not. If in this room, I have to ask for your apology to make you as an example. After the 12 contestants, you are due to have 12 contestants for evaluation. What happened? One said very good, that one said very hard, and then it is quite the first few times in Toastmaster in this region. Very harsh, someone. So after the evaluation, she called me at 11 o'clock. The conference abroad. She said she couldn't sleep tonight. She got a problem discussing with her husband. What happened to all these evaluators? So unfair to me. So I didn't feel I could improve because of all the bad things that they mentioned. How about some good things? And then why a great conflict? So the couple met to me at a restaurant in a country nearby. I told her husband, who's a professor, I understand what happened. The only thing is that in Toastmasters, we sometimes at a test speaker, we have to be open-minded. And of course, some are not evaluating the way we like, but it is not your fault. The organizing team, the judges should have already told you that we have to keep our hearts open for evaluation in case there is something happen like this. And that evening she said, okay, otherwise I would not be in Toastmaster anymore. So I say, if you left Toastmaster at this moment, it's good for no one, including you. And she's still in Toastmaster. So why? Because we have to make people understand it's not her fault. Sometimes somebody said, like in a club meeting, you can evaluate me anything, you can evaluate, I don't care about it. And sometimes you step on some points on the ankle, the Achilles point. And then he or she left. So this is the point why we need a good evaluation. So ladies and gentlemen, at this very important point, I would like to say one thing. Don't forget to pay the membership dues. We, Toastmasters, are non-profit volunteers, non-profit making. So people always ask me when I say Toastmaster is a non-profit organization, they felt a bit down, you know, when they were business people. That's why I have to mention Toastmaster is a non-profit organization that produces millions of profit-making people. So make sure when you are the functionaries, you work not only for Toastmasters, not only for the team, work for yourself with the spirit. When you got the conflict, you solve it. We Toastmasters are problem solvers, not problem makers. So together, we make it stronger. So Nasra, could you drop one point? Why you've been in Toastmaster for so long? And what you benefit from being the Madam Chair of a contest?
I think the benefit that I can gain as the Madam Contest Chair, because I can apply some skill when I conduct as the contest chair. When I will be invited to be the MC for the official event. This is, I think, the way that contest chair do is for the official event. I would like to mention because someone confused between contest chair and Toastmaster of the day. It's just or we call contest Toastmaster. It's just a part of MC because the MC have the many variety skill. For the contest chair is the official skill to organize the event, as we need to follow the rule and procedure of Toastmaster. For contest, we have the many types of contest, not just only international speak contest. We have evaluation contest, table topic contest, and humorous contest that the contest chair should know very well in the type of contest. If you conduct at the contest chair for the international contest, different from the evaluation contest, and that you mentioned, contest chair have the duty to select the test speaker. And one thing you need to keep in mind, test speaker should come from the different club from the contestant, because to make it fair for every contestant, if contestant can know the performance of test speaker, it's easy for them to analyze and evaluate, and can add something about the table topic. At the table topic contest chair should select the topic and how to select the proper topic. The proper topic should be reasonable range, maybe the one word or short sentence, and that you need to ensure that contestant should participate in the table topic, should not use something that require the specific knowledge, just use something just require opinion or idea. This is the fair table topic contest, in my opinion. And that's you mentioned how I can gain benefit. I think when we experience more and more, we know how to conduct in the effective way and professional way that I can apply in my real life when I was invited to take the role as the MC for the official event. And one thing I would like to add more, because I think it will benefit from everyone who have a chance to take the role as the contest chair, as I think at the first experience when I was appointed as the contest chair, I find the script from the website. If you find the script from the website, you can see many scripts available in the website. I would like to recommend just read and use the guideline, and you need to prepare your own script, not that script available in the website. Why? It's different because the script that's for the district for that event, and our contest may be different from the district or the other contest. We need to use the way that we can communicate in the effective way with the audience and contestant, but we still follow the rule and procedure according to explain in the rule book. I think this is very important. And when you write your own script, I think is the better way than you use other script. This is I would like to recommend, and practice before the event occur. If you don't know how to practice, you can find someone, okay, I can practice with you, and please recommend how can I improve when I take the role as the contest chair, I think this is the way that the contest chair should do. And you need to remember every rules when you take the role as the contest chair and know which contest that you perform as the contest chair, because it's different procedure for each contest.
Yes, thank you so much. And then one very important thing is that the contest chair can disqualify a contestant on the basis of eligibility. And this is very important one. And then to one other thing, some contestants do not attend. And sometimes a lot of people do that because they think they already know, some are very experienced. They don't attend the contest chair's briefing. This is one of the problem actually. And then because the contest chair will show where the area, the platform, where to be focused. Some people said, oh, I don't care about it. I can run down the stage, it's up to you, but I'm sure you won't get the point because there is a designated area, number one thing. And then to make sure that you are apparently visible to all in the right way. And then, of course, when the contestants do not attend the briefing, they have the right to waive it because sometimes there is emergency. Yep, this is excusable. The only one thing, when as a contestant, you come to the venue late, how to judge it? In the rule, it means that once the contest chair being introduced on the stage, a contestant who's not yet ready for it, you know, will be disqualified. When the name being the contest chair started to announce, I would like to give you one example that really happened at a conference in the presence of the international president. A person who I really respected, but he got an urgent business up country. I knew him very well. I love him so much, but he already passed away. He is our outstanding great member, I would like to say. Because of the traffic, he arrived just a second late. The MC already on stage. The doubt took place. Actually, the MC quite experienced, but could hardly make a decision at that moment because just started and then saw him. So when it's still shilly-shally, don't know what to do, hesitating, I wrote a note to ask him to call for the break, a short break. And then I remember they head to the international president. And the international president turned to me, Paisan. I am very, as you know, I am very humble. Sometimes people say to you, I'm very kind. But according to the rule, if you can let one person do this, what happened in the future? It would be unfair. So I decided that rule is rule, but I will talk to him. I remember after the announcement, I approached him, sat beside him, talking to him. I'm very sorry and everything, all what the word I could say. And after the contest, I took him out. I remember he hugged me and said that if you let me, in, I would not trust the rule. I said the rule is sacred. We have to stick to it. Even I know that you get in, you have the opportunity to win. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of the most important things why we need a training, not to share and let us know that sometimes can be lenient, sometimes has to be strict. So in Toastmasters, we are all together here in order to move forward to excellence. I don't want to see anyone being disqualified, but sometimes it's a mistake. So as a contestant, chairperson, please don't forget to remind all the contestants and also to check. And if you are contestants, remember when you have paid the fees, choose your president, choose your treasurer. Make sure he or she does not forget to send it. And make sure that the club is still in good standing. Somebody said, oh, I'm the contestant, I don't care about it. You don't care about it, you get disqualified. It's a pity. So I would like to make sure that all of us coming together here today to make us look professional in the field of contest. If we are looking well and professional, people from outside who are attending our conference at the contest will become Toastmasters. I strongly believe that if the contest is being professionally organized, our District 97 will grow to another milestone in the future. So before leaving, I would like to say our incoming contest is the key success to our district. So as I would like to beseech, would like to request every one of you who are here today, if you are not the contestants, you are the audience on that day, please, if on hybrid, turn on your camera. But we will have on-site, right? We have on-site. So join the contest. Join the contest at the conference. I do believe that our trios have been trying to arrange the best venue. Someone asked me what the difference between good and bad venue. I just said that which company you choose, good company or bad company to deal with. What are you going to position yourself? Venue can make people feel warm, but not too expensive, like no need to have like 8-star hotel, but it depends. If the venue is good, the decoration from everything, the MC, the functionaries are working enthusiastically with the group of contestants can prove to the public that if you miss this one, you will miss it for life. So next time they will pay for the conference. And when talk to people, don't say this is a non-profit making contest. Because in Toastmasters, normally we can charge, can sell the ticket. So just imagine if we want to sell the ticket and we don't have the quality, should they buy it? Of course not. So this is very important. Sometimes people say the conference need to be at a certain price. I think up to the quality we can provide. If no quality, no one will come. from Vietnam to Thailand, Cambodia to Thailand, Laos to Thailand, Burma to Thailand. And in the future, nobody from Thailand will go to Vietnam, Cambodia, or what happens? Our district will go back to 97 with P. I don't hope, I don't expect, because that cannot be a reality. What we can do from our training today, put our hands together. I do believe if you are not interested in making the organization better, you won't come today. So you are our, I don't want to say old blood, our permanent blood and our new blood. Together, we make a great difference for the contest event. So thank you very much, DTM Nasra, for joining us today. Due to the time, I think it is already finished. When it's finished, we have to finish ourselves as according to the Toastmaster regulation. See you all in the very near future. Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you very much to our honorary advisor, distinguished Toastmaster Paisan, and our past district director, distinguished Nasara, for the training, and it's very inspiring. So together, everyone achieved more. All right, so now we're gonna have a 5-minute break. So you can enjoy your tea or you can go to restroom during this time. All right, timer. All right, welcome back to our training. How are you feeling right now about our training? Please show me any sign. If you're getting inspired by the training, if you learn a lot, please show me heart emoji or any emoji. All right, thank you very much. So moving up next, our agenda is our FAQ session that will be hosted by our special trainers, our past international director, distinguished Toastmaster Paul Kam Chuang, and our honorary advisor, distinguished Paisan. So please join me invite our trainer for this session. This is our Q&A session, so our participant can ask any question if you have, but I would encourage one person, one question first. Before you ask question, please introduce your name and your club. So if you have any question, please raise your hand.
Maybe to start the ball rolling, right? Just how do you inform the judges how to protest? So all the protests, right? And number one, in your judges briefing, can you hear me clearly? I apologize that in fact I increased my volume to the maximum and you still cannot hear. Can you hear you better now?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Number one, how do you handle protest and how do you inform the judges how to protest? Number one, during the judges briefing, your ballot form and strike off the ballot form, write the word protest. So in the event of when they go to ballot room, and when they open the judge's ballot, they saw this thing called protest. They know that the judges is lodging a protest. So that is how the judges, and how do you inform all the other judges, right, that it's a protest going on. So what you need to do is that the chief judge will say, Thailand is an amazing land. So when the MC announced Thailand is an amazing land. So all the judges will gather in the breakout room or in a room holding area to discuss the protest. So number one, during your briefing, tell the judges you write on the ballot paper protest. Second, have a code word. Then you get in the room itself. Then you go through the proper procedure of handling protest. So this is how you handle protest in international level or international in contest. Okay, I see Tanu. Okay, Tanu, your question, please.
Thank you. Thank you. My question is, do we have the system to rename the online judges so that no one, they will know we are judges, but how we use the renaming technique, I mean.
Okay,
Yes.
renaming, they will use J1, J2, J3, or J4 to J5 to J6. Also, you put J1 because you are not going to on your camera.
Yeah, they must turn off the camera all the time.
So when you go in itself, right? When you go into the room itself, right, in the holding area, right, you will change your name to J1 to J, the number of judges you have. So you rename it before.
Thank you. And I think sometimes when we appear or we enter the Zoom room and we forgot to rename first, our name will be appear on the screen a few seconds maybe, so that might let other people know. What do you think?
So you see when the so-called the Zoom master allow you to come in that time, right, they'll inform you, please rename yourself. In the holding area, they will tell you, please rename yourself before they admit you in.
Thank you. Clear. Thank you.
One thing, you can rename yourself before entering the room. And the other thing is, for a speech contest, online speech contest, right, they will discourage you to turn on the camera. Okay, and the good thing is, so far, hybrid contest is here to stay. International level hybrid contest is here to stay because for the last two international conventions, right, they are having a hybrid contest. So the hybrid contest is here to stay. Okay, Ponapong.
Please advise how to select the effective judges for the contest.
Okay, that is an interesting question. For me, my personal preference is I will have a well balance of judges. Number one, if I have nine judges, I will have junior Toastmaster and senior Toastmaster. I have male and female. I have old and young. So I have a balance because just imagine, right? If it is the contest is all the panel judges is all female. So as a male contestant, sometimes you feel disadvantaged. So as a chief judge, it's your responsibility to look at the choice of the judges. So it's very, very selections. So that's why chief judge is not there to award any points to the contestant. Chief judge duty is select the panel of judges. So to have a fair contest. So personally, my personal encounter is most of the Toastmaster contest challenge, right? I will not say problem. Contest challenge, right? Always happen in club and area level. Because I have instances in District 80, right? They just send out a WhatsApp chat who want to be a judges. So it's your duty as a chief judge to invite quality judges for your contest because you are going to send your contestant to the next level. So that's why contest chair is very, very important. Appoint the right person to do the right thing. So contest chair have a power to select the right chief judge. So it all starts with the contest chair. If the contest chair didn't do the good job, right, then your whole contest is going to have more challenges. So like what just now Paisam mentions, right? member experience is very, very crucial. If the member doesn't experience right way of the experience in the whole contest, right? Next time, right, you want to pay them money to come back, they also refuse to come back. So member experience is very, very crucial. So contest chair always start from you. Affect the whole experience.
That's actually in the rules sometimes they recommend that have the representative, the judge from each club to have the balance of if practical. Toastmasters always put this way, if practical, which is always become theory and not really practical sometimes.
If practical, they always only referring to the area level and club level.
Yeah.
That's why I mentioned that problem also always happen in club and area level. So the higher level go right in district level, because normally the district level will be past international director or immediate past district director. Well, experience to select. That's right. Today training is very, very vital. You will let the club level, area level understand. In fact, the success of the contest begins from club, area, up to district level. Okay, I think I just now I received a question from Tanu, right? He mentioned how many contestants can we send to the from club to area, from area to the division and to the district. So number one is depend on from club to area, depend on number of club in your area. If you've got 4 contests and below, each one. As this one also apply to the area. In your area, right? If your area have only 4, well, to division to from division to the district level, you only have 4 division. Okay, each division can send 2. If you have 5 division, each division only can send 1. So how does this affect for new club charter in your area? They have this thing called the 8 weeks waiting time. If you're at this moment, right, under maybe area A1 have 4 clubs, and the area 1 club. So you look on this thing, the 8 weeks waiting time. Okay, and the other thing you have to bear in mind on this thing called club in good standing. We have instances, right? 1st of July when the term started, the area had 5 clubs. But due to the October renewal deals or April during, your area become 4 clubs. So in these instances, right, each club can send 2 representatives to the area contest. So always good. The club in good standing is very, very crucial, and the number of clubs in the area. So 2 things remember the 8 weeks rule for to add in a new club.
Yes, and Kim Seung to make it clear one point when you talk about the judge, when, for example, when there is a tie between A and B, and then when we look at the tie-breaking score, B is better than A with the highest score, and then B got number 1 to be number 1, right, to be the first. And A is to be moved to the second, or nothing happened to that.
Okay, when that is a tie, right, you only look at the 2 person in tie. Yeah. Okay, like the B is ranked in the tie breaking just first. Yeah. You look at the ranking, so you only compare this 2 person ranking.
Yes.
A and B. So B will become first, A will become second, and third. As follow. Yes. So we have instances, right, where if there is a tie, right, you say, oh, what, from the tie breaking judge, I didn't see A rank number 2 or number 3. So we discard A. That's incorrect. We only compare the tie breaking judge ranking. Remember just now, every judges, right, have their own preference. So the tie-breaking judge, you only look at the two-person position. Okay, there is a question by Mac. Are district leader, including AD, DVD, eligible to be a contestant for international speech contest? If you are a district leader starting from 1st July, right? You are not you under the eligibility, right? You have no right to be a contestant. So if you go further down, right? If you declare, right, like for example, okay, our MC AD say, oh, next year I want to be a CGD. Okay, if presumably he is not an AD, he's just a club president. Once he announced, right, he is going to for CGD, right, or DVD, right. Okay, because if you read on the changes, right, elected officer in district council meeting, you are ineligible to take part in speech contest. And if you volunteer to serve as an area director, because different districts have different kind of practice, area director is not elected in the district council meeting. Area director is either be appointed or elected as an area council meeting. So the incoming area director take office in 1st July, right? You are still eligible to take part in the speech contest. So the rules state very clearly, it's only the elected officer in your district council meeting. So who are elected in the district council meeting? Your division director and the district trio. So which means that the incoming PRM, right, is not elected officer. The AM is not elected officer. They are still eligible to take part for the current term, but the incoming, they are not allowed to take part. So I hope this clarified.
Yes, could you please elaborate a little more about the referencing of the previous speaker? Yes.
Okay. How this come about is, in fact, referencing, right? In fact, is one of the very important speaking technique called callback. They use the previous speakers, right, to their point, right, to use as a callback system. So, but as the time go by, right, they realize that sometimes the speaker don't really prepare. If they are, because some speaker is really very well trained, they don't need to prepare. They just need to listen, and they string all the material from the previous speakers and present their speech, and they become champion. So Toastmaster International understand these challenges. So they put in on this thing called cross-referencing of previous speakers in the same contest. You are not allowed to cross-referencing. Okay, there is so like for example, right? If one key concern is because there's nothing new under the sun. Okay, like for example, right? You can talk about marathon. You can talk about taking part in triathlon. You can talk about climbing a mountain, but it will lead to this thing called persistent, a core message. So speaker can have the same theme, but different story example. So it boils down to this thing called. That's why we always encourage use your own story, not other people's story. So you realize just now the three speakers, right? I share, right?
Yes.
They use their own personal story. So one of the key learning lesson is if you really want to be a good contestant, right? Be your story in a way where people can remember, people can visualize it.
Yeah.
So we are, and there's also this thing called how much is this thing called breach of originality. The standard rules is 25%, and people challenge me, how do you calculate the 25%?
Yeah.
Okay. So which means okay, if your 7-minute speech, then you look at 25%. Or the other alternative is if a good speech, right, 7-minute speech, right, is 700 words, right, 25% of, so about 150 words. But chances are it's very hard to calculate.
Yeah.
I
Yes.
come across where people protest on originality, right? I have one instances, okay, people protest on originality. It is a Mandarin speech contest, and the audience, because nowadays with YouTube, immediately they can search, and they heard this speech before on the YouTube is in the Cantonese version. So what the contestant did is they translate into a Mandarin version. Action, the plot, the twist, the point is exactly the same. So it's totally breach of originality. Because now with YouTube you can prove. So there's breach of originality. And the other thing is people like to copy the previous world champion. I still remember champion, he stand on the chair. Or Daniel Lacroix in 2001, he fell flat on the stage. And you realize that next year, right, everybody fall on the stage. Everybody stand on the chair.
Yeah.
So sometimes be more original. So these are something where, as a contestant, you have to understand.
Yes.
Because you are unique, you are special, the original.
Yes. Any more question? Yeah.
Okay, if you got no question, I got one question. Okay, in the speech contest rule, right, they say, oh, incoming or involved in contest appointment position, whole appointment. So which means that, like, for example, right, Lai is area director. Say, oh, I'm an area director, I cannot be a contest chair. That is incorrect. You can still be an area contest chair for your own area. I strongly encourage, right, when area director, division director, or the trio, right, okay, be the contest chair in your area contest, in your division contest, in your district contest. Why do I say that? You realize that every level is a chance, an opportunity for you to. If you go to international level, right, you cannot avoid to be a contest chair. You will have to be a contest chair to run the semi-final, to run the final. Even in the final, right, you see the incoming international president is a contest chair. So every level is a practice. So I strongly encourage, if you are club level, get your president or VP, be a contest chair. Area level, get the area director, be a contest chair. Division level, get the division, be a contest chair. Because every level is an opportunity for you to sharpen yourself. If you don't do it, you miss this opportunity. So that is my recommendation. So they have mentioned you can be your. If you go to the Toastmaster FAQ, right, the last question, right, they mentioned, can PQD serve as a speech contest chair in district level contest? The answer is yes. So read carefully, it's all there. Yes, Paisan.
Yes. Since judging is rather subjective, yeah, and then we try to make it objective.
Yes.
Yeah. So according to the set rules and the criteria, you think as a judge, through your experience, how did you put anything except from the criteria that really influence judges to make the judgment? Any particular one?
Okay. To be a good judge, right, you need to understand always these three things: content, delivery, and language.
Yeah.
And these are the three things as a judge, right? You should focus. You cannot put the judge past the contestant, the past. Like, for example, oh, Paisan is a wonderful speaker, inspiration speaker, or that whatever he say, right, will be good. So remember, the duty of the judge, right, is to pick the right winner at that moment. Okay, that's one. Second, you cannot base on, oh, Paisan had won the district level contest, right? Like, Ani have won the district 97 contest many times. So he said every time Ani we should give other people a chance. So don't have such thinking. Or the other thing is you think that, oh, Army is a district champion. Whatever he said should be good. So clear all the mind. So not as a judge, right? Before you step into the contest, right? Clear your mind first. How do you clear your mind? Is okay, very simple exercise. Let me share with you some simple exercise. You take your index fingers. Everybody raise your index fingers. Okay, put on your nose on the right side and inhale. Change to your left hand, put on the left side. How do you feel? You feel your mind fresher. Why? Because oxygen goes into your mind. So clear your mind before you step into a contest room. The other thing, what you can do is you count one. Okay, is to activate your logical mind. Where once your logical mind is at work, right, your emotion will not play along. So once you activate your mind, right, clear your mind, right, then you got a very fresh mind. And your duty is for the next 5 to 7 minutes, right, pay attention. And on the language use. So when you look at the content, right, you look at how they structured the speech, proper introduction, organizing of speech, introduction, body, and conclusion, how effective the speech, whether if the speaker is talking about self-love, right, at the end of the day, right, it will become another touch your heart. So effectiveness. And right now they focus more on speech value, 25%. So these are something where as a judge, right, you have to clear your mind first, have a very clear mind, logical mind. And the second item on delivery, right, you look at the physical, how you look, how this speaker project to you, the use of voice, as well as the manner. And language, right, the properness and correctness. So it in fact it's very simple. You are able to distinguish good speech and lousy speech or average speech. And the strong recommendation is always have paper and pen to take note. Because we have come across from judges, right? The contestants say, your memory is not powerful than what you write on piece of paper. So ink it down, write it down. Will help you in the whole judging process. So this is what I can share with you. Any other questions? Yes.
Yes, I would like to know that as a judge, after the contest, if the contestant ask me to evaluate or clarify about the result, should I do it?
Okay. That is Paisan, you got anything to say on this part?
Yeah. This is very important. Now, because to make sure when you share some ideas, and then if mostly they would ask you to share ideas, and they will ask you whether my speech is good. If you say yes, then they will ask you further, why won't I get it? And if you say more, there is a problem. So personally, normally we will not give any evaluation after the contest, only if you know, a few days pass and somebody might come to ask you. Now I think better to give the evaluation on the personal basis, not about comparing with others. That's very important. This is my personal comment, and Kim Seong.
Okay, thank you, Paisan. For me, if a judge will play the role of judge, because there's this thing called code of ethics. In fact, you should tell them in fact they should not know that you are the judge.
Yes.
Okay, and the best way of learning as a contestant, right? Okay, always encourage them, right, to self-review, right, on their own video recording. I strongly encourage contestants, right, to review their own recording, to look through. So when you look through your video recording, you realize that maybe these are the things you need to enhance. You can get a me some feedback and where can I tighten my speech. I think members are much more willing. If they don't know your identity as a judge, you can highlight to them. Get a group of people to discuss. Because I always strongly believe that a successful speech contestant, right, is not a single man show. It's a teamwork. You get input from senior member to help to tighten, help to polish up the speech, but not getting the input from the judges. So because under the code of ethics, right, evaluation, it's not there to provide feedback. Your duty, right, is to pick the winner and full stop. And never discuss how you select your winner, because it's your own personal preference. Everything should be private and confidential.
Yeah.
Only you know which speaker you selected.
Yeah. Yes. And before the end, I would like to add one thing. When a capable or talented speaker, when they were not selected as winner, the first thing they doubt whether if there's time disqualification, they might think that it's the time disqualification that caused them the failure. And the second thing is that the bias of judges. And then about time disqualification, it happened quite often. When there is a one-time disqualification, because at one conference, I got a problem when talking about time disqualification, and the speaker protested to the chair because her husband kept time for her speech. You know, that is the problem. But finally, we could solve it to make her understand the point, because she tried to keep time, and it caused a lot of problem on that day. And finally, everything settled. So as the contest chair or the judges, we have to be calm and to be ready to solve the problem. That's all. Yeah.
Okay. And one thing on this thing called time disqualifications, right? I don't know whether you still recall the Narai Hotel in 2004, the District 80 conference. And that time I was the CGD or Club LGM, and I was the contest chair. And we do the contestant briefing, say, oh, contestant, this is the stage, and this is the timer will be going to place there. Okay, and on that night, when the light is up, okay, all the contestants is being blind by the light and couldn't see the timing light. And if I recall correctly, out of 9 contestants, right, at least 4 of them or 5 of them went overtime during the. So as a contestant, it's your duty and responsibility to ask the contest chair intelligent questions. Is this the actual lighting of the speech contest? Because when the spotlight's on, right, it's like the World Championship of Public Speaking. When the spotlight shine, right, in fact, you cannot see the timing light. If you attend international convention, you realize that they have a big timing device. So to make sure the contestant can see the lighting. So as a contestant, you must be smart enough to ask intelligent questions. To ask the contest chair, is this the actual lighting of the venue when the contest starts? So never let these sort of things, right, kill all your effort. I think the environment, the setting is very crucial. And you must understand that the whole process, right, as a contest chair, as a district organizer, we want to have a good experience for members and contestants. So everyone play an important part to make the success of the contest. And we come across when if you pay attention, right, those who won the champion, right, in all the contests, right, they will never think, oh, this time around all the judges is very good. They know how to select the good winner. They will say, oh, it's all my effort, I become the champion. But if they lose the contest, right, they'll blame judges. Judges don't know how to.
Yeah.
A winner of a particular contest, right? Sometimes take a step backwards, sit down and review and reflect, because judges are also like you and me. They based on a certain selection criteria to select the judges, to select the winner. So work carefully, and sometimes it always good to go through different process to be a stronger contestant in future. Just learn through this thing called your own experience, and you'll grow stronger and better.
Yeah, Kim Jong, since our time's up, and any last comment?
Last comment: do you believe that this your speakers, right, your contestant, right, to the quarterfinal is there already? You can send to quarterfinal. Can your contestant make to semi-final and all the way to final? And every step you need to put in a lot of effort. Collectively, it's a dream where you need to plant this seed together and grow this tree together. If you believe this thing can happen, you definitely can happen. But that's why it's I'm very delighted to see that district organize this thing together to have a dream, right, to send your contestant to the final, which is very noble, and it's possible as long as you have this dream and working together and make it happen.
Yeah. Wow.
And work with it and make it happen. So that is the gift. And to December is a very special month. December month is also your honorary advisor at Paisan birthday.
Oh.
So it maybe before the session end, we can sing a birthday song to Paisan. Okay.
Thank you very much. Kim Seo. And then of course our session is a bit will be over in 1 second. So I just wish that every one of us here just carry on being somebody in Toastmaster for a lifelong session, not stop so easily. I do encourage that every one of us will help a new wave to come in, and then to have the passion like us to make our District 97 and Toastmasters being outstanding for another century. Now back to you, Mr. Toastmaster of today. Yes.
Thank you very much to our trainer for this Q&A session. We got to understand more deep down from the question asked and the answer to those questions. So now let me invite our past district director, distinguished Toastmaster Phanompon, to present vote of thanks. Please join me welcome distinguished Toastmaster Phanompon.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Our workshop trainers, fellow leaders, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of District 97, I would like to extend my sincere gratitude to both workshop trainers. Because after training, we have learned that the best way to select the best or effective judges, and also the best way to select the best contest organizers. After learning from both of them, first session by past international director, distinguished Toastmaster Po Kim Seong, we have learned the importance of the judging criteria. This helps us to become the judge, to select the best winner, not only to evaluate the winner, and also to be fair as a judges. For the second part of the training by our honorary advisor, distinguished Toastmaster Paisan Sela, together with our guest speaker, past district director, distinguished Toastmaster Nasara, we have learned a lot from your session, because not only being the MC or the contest chair, we will be a professional contest organizer. The session share us the valuable experience from both of them and help us continue to be the best and professional contest organizer. Thank you once again for our workshops trainers. On behalf of District 97, I believe that both of you are dedicated to District 97, and we are ready to follow your footsteps and serve as the effective leaders of District 97. Back to you, Mr. MC.
Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Panompon, for presenting the vote of thanks to our trainer. So now we are coming to our last agenda, which is the closing remark to be presented by our PQD distinguished Toastmaster Sanuntavan. Please join me in invite distinguished Toastmaster Sanuntavan.
Thank you very much, Mr. MC. Madam District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Lin. Club Growth Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Jindarat. Past International Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Po Kim Chuang. Honorary Advisor, Distinguished Toastmaster Pai San. All distinguished Toastmasters, ladies and gentlemen, as we draw the curtains of this intensive contest training, I would like to express my heartfelt appreciation for the dedication, passion, and hard work to make today training successfully. Contest training is not just about winning. It's about the journey, the process of self-discovery, and continuous effort to improve. Please allow me to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for my working group who work so hard and support our training today successfully. Without them, I cannot make it alone. Mr. Zoom Master Toastmaster Hugh Fung, Madame Thomas, Toastmaster Janet and PC, Mr. MC Area Director, C2, Toastmaster Shep Lai. And once again, my special thanks to our trainers, starting from this first session, hybrid contest trainers, PIM Mac and Area Director C3, Felix. Judges trainer, past international distinguished Toastmaster Po Kim Chuang. Contest trainer, honorary advisor, distinguished Toastmaster Pai San and his special guest, distinguished Toastmaster Nasara. Last but not least, our participants today. Without you, we could not make the training successfully. Once again, congratulations on completing this contest training. May your journey to fill with growth, resilience, and the sweet taste of success. District 97, we export our champion to be Toastmaster International World Champion. Let my last sentence be the end of contest training. Back to you, Mr. MC.
Thank you very much to our PQD, distinguished Toastmaster Sanuntavan, for the closing remarks. So now, before we finish our training, please open your camera. We're gonna have group photo together. For our memories. Please open your camera. Zoom Master. Zoom Master, can you screenshot? All right, so Master, do we get it? Okay, so I'd like to give the floor to our PQD to close it, or it is
Yes.
now? Okay.
One last word is happy birthday to our honorary advisor, distinguished Toastmaster Paisan.
Oh, happy birthday to you.
And thank you
Thank you very
very
much.
much, everyone. So we hope that we will have the fruitful and crucial contest later. Our PRM will post our contest calendar in our social network. Please stay tuned and support each other. Thank you very much, everyone, from my part. And thank you very much, DTM Po Kim Song from Singapore. Hope to see you next time, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the day.
Bye.
Weekend. Bye
Bye
bye.
bye,
Bye.
everyone. Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you, DTM Po Kim Suan. Thank you, DTM ไพศาลค่ะ
Thank you. Thank you.
And immediate past District Director, Distinguished Toastmaster Abhisara to support us as always ค่ะ Behind the scene, she supports us as always. Bye bye ค่ะ everyone.
Hello.
Have a
Great day, everyone. Announcement. Next week, we have club coach training. On the 9th Saturday. The poster will be launched by our PRM. Stay tuned. Thank you.